All right, I got here a 2014 Lexus GS350. Is that what it's called? Yeah, GS350. Customer complaint is it's not charging, or it's charging like at 12 volts. If they unplug the alternator, it goes down to, if they unplug the alternator, all right, well now it's probably dead. So let me boost it. Well, they put in 2 alternators, but they did tell me that they know it's from the same place, so it's possible it's a bad alternator. It's right here. I think, yeah, it's the aftermarket alternator. They said they tried a new battery, didn't make a difference, so they put the old one back in because the battery's dead. I think it's charging at like, let's see. All right, so yeah, now the battery's dead. It's 10 volts. All right, let's boost that. All right, so it's running, and the battery light's not on. Okay, you know, I want to check one thing before that. Let's turn just the key on. Okay, so the battery light's able to light up, so it's probably not the blown fuse to the battery. All right, well, we'll let it run. Let's see what it's charging at. So it's giving us 12.6. So it's definitely charging somewhat. It's not fully dead. Let me get a diagram, just see how the system's set up. All right, let's get a diagram for this. Starting and charging. We need the charging circuit. All right. Let's see what we got. We have the main alternator fuse, which goes straight to the B plus on the big terminal on the alternator. Then we got 4 other wires on one connector. So one comes with alternator S fuse. The other one comes from an ignition wire. It comes from left-hand ECU ignition fuse. Okay, and that's also ignition power. Then we got the L line, which comes from the actual combination meter, which gets its power from the gauge fuse 5 amp, which I'm assuming is working because we have a battery light on when we do the key on and turn off. Before anything, check these 3 fuses. All right, so let's go look at the. All right, so the 12.6, this alternator fuse has to be good because it's charging somewhat. It's more than battery voltage, so if it's more than battery voltage, it has to be going through that fuse. So I want to check the alternator S fuse and the ignition fuse. So this one's in the engine room junction box. We'll check that first because it's easier to check. Rear of engine compartment, alternator S fuse. All right, it's right here, 7.5 amp. It's the 4th one up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're gonna put this on battery negative. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that fuse is good. Okay, let's go look at the ignition fuse onto the dash. Let's just put this back on so we know if it's charging. All right, I'm gonna ground it here. Right here, LH ignition, second on the bottom with 10 amp. All right, we got one side, and we got the other. Okay, that one's good. Now we need, once we're here, just check the, left side of engine compartment. We'll just check the gauge fuse because why not? Just to have all of them. Even though, I mean, it could be shorted to ground, that's the truth. And that's why it's on over there. Well, not shorted to ground, it could be it's open wire. gauge right here, 5 amp. This guy. It's the second one in. And that one's also good. Alright, so all the fuses are good. Easy stuff's out of the way. Now let me see if I get to this connector for the alternator. So there's the main terminal, which obviously we decided already has battery because, oh, I see the connector. Okay, good. Now they said when they unplug the alternator, it goes down to like 11 volts, as if it's not charging at all. So that's what they're saying, it's definitely charging. All right, let's go look at what the computer's giving. The computer's giving a alternator. It's on the pink wire. All right, I'm gonna try to get on that pink wire. All right, I'm on the pink wire over here. And I got a square wave. So this is the command from the alternator. Let me just check for a ground on the alternator itself. Make sure it has to be grounded against the chassis. And it's sliding up test light, so I don't assume there's a bad ground there. Alright, so we know we have a signal from the computer. Alright, now let's go to the L line, and that comes from, because the battery light's not on, so that would make sense. If it's charging at 12.6, it makes sense the battery light's not on. So let's go to the ignition, just to make sure we have the blue wire has power on it. What do I got there? 12 volts, perfect. Just make sure this collider test light. Go to battery ground. Now this is really, this step, testing it with a test light, is not 100% necessary because the alternator should be under load. So, you know, I'm testing that voltage, it already has, but there we go, it's good. Then the white wire should also have power on it. All right, it also got power. Okay. Let's just check that one. What was it? The black wire. Let's just make sure that's the one coming from the cluster. And that has 12.2 volts on it. You know, I'm gonna ground this. And I want to see if the light comes on the dash. And it does. You see, now we got a light. Alright, so everything's working as it should. I got everything out the alternator. I'm going to plug it in, scan for codes, and then try to get this connector out and just, you know, do a pin fit and make sure there's continuity between the connector. Alright, let me just plug in the scan tool. Alright, so I got no com. For some reason I can't pull up the VIN. It has the battery voltage, 12.7, which is higher than I saw the battery. I think it was just bad terminals with the battery. All right, some reason this is not working. Let me go. I can't believe I didn't check that. Let's go down at the alternator and just check what the battery output is. Alright, so from the alternator, I still have, besides, if I'm grounding it through the car, I have 12. Now let's ground it at the alternator. And I got 13.5. See that? I can't believe it. Alright, I should have done this as step one. I don't know what I was thinking. What is it? Just a bag round? Oh, let's do a voltage drop over here. I have a voltage drop of a volt and a half on the ground. Now let's go find that voltage drop. Is it at the terminal? That's the most likely place. Alright, so we know the alternator is good. Alright, so the car is definitely loaded, so this should be enough to test it. I'm gonna put over here, battery negative, and then I don't know where this goes to. It goes to right here. Alright, so there I got 0 volts. Okay, so it's not in that. But this, also 0. So it seems like it's on whatever's connecting the chassis, whatever's grounding the alternator to the chassis. It seems like it's from the chassis to the battery. So where does that get connected? I don't know why this is not communicating, but this was sort of a giveaway. The way it said 12.8 volts, which is different than over there. I was like, wait, something's different. So it's reading from a different part. All right, let me get a ground diagram. See, the alternator is chassis grounded. Now, I know at the battery terminal, there's no voltage drop. All right, here's the engine compartment ground points. Okay, so this is not really helping me. You see, my test light fooled me because I put a test light on the alternator right away and I saw it lit up, so I assumed we don't have a ground problem, but we have a 2 volt drop or a 1.5 volt drop, which is just what we're low on this car. All right, I want to just ground it on the engine for a second and see if the voltage goes up. So the voltage should be hitting here, good, on the battery. And then we'll ground it right. Let's just first ground it on the alternator. Can you see? We got 13.5. Not a voltage drop. It's not on the volt side. It's on the ground side. That I'm positive about. I'm just having a hard time finding it. I think I'm gonna put it on a lift. All right, I have the car on a lift, and I can see a ground right up there. And I have to figure out how to get my hand there. But here we got some wire nuts for the lights. So that's always very helpful. And speaker wire. So this ground is the chassis ground right there. I'm gonna try to get my scope on the end of it and then try to ground it somewhere else. All right, so I got my scope lead on that ground right there coming from the side, and then the positive terminals on the positive terminal of the battery, and I have 13.5 to 13.9 volts. So right here the ground's good. That rust was very tight, that's why I wasn't making any good contact. Is there another bolt we could put this to? All right, so we moved the ground over from here. It was cracked to here, there was a hole. We just took a bolt, cleaned it up, and now let's see if it's good. We get this, and the cover. Just enough to plug the meth in. Put that in there. All right, you want to start it? I'm gonna put this on the battery, and then we should have 13 when the car starts. We got 10.8. It might not start. We might need a booster pack. There we go. No, we had 12.8. We're better than before, but we're not perfect. Oh no, 13.1. It's picking up. All right, so right here on this ground that I fixed, now we have 12.8 to 13.1. It's negative because I'm backwards on my scope, but it's not 13.5 like it was over here. So there's somewhere else there's a bad ground, probably in between the alternator if I had to guess, but I'm not pulling it out. But I just want to check. Let's go to, I know on the alternator itself, on this bolt it's good. Right here, oh no it's not. We only have 13.1 now. Before I know I had 13.5. Let me see if I can communicate with the car now. Yeah, now I can communicate. And I got 13.4 over here. So some of the ground was affecting the computer and I couldn't communicate before. Now let's see what codes we have. A bunch of stall history, nothing important. Lower, high voltage, all history. I'm going to clear all these codes if it clears with the engine on. It does. No alternator codes, just low voltage codes. Alright, at the alternator, I'm at 3.1. The same thing as before. It's holding steady no matter what. Alright, so it's giving 13.1 volts now, even if I rev it. I tried with another battery, it didn't make a difference. I changed this terminal because it was a little corroded. But it's still 13.1 volts. I think the belt's also good. I checked it. It seems totally fine. I honestly think it's just the aftermarket alternator is only giving 13.1 volts, which I've seen many times on older Toyotas, even though this is a 2014. But that's it. I'm gonna tell them they could put in another brand aftermarket alternator. I mean, it would be better if they get OEM, but if not, at least get another brand. Or if the original one is good, they can put the original one back in, because there was definitely a bad ground, which is now fixed. All right, I'm gonna leave it at that. Thanks for watching.
Okay, it's the next day. Here we have the Lexus GS350. The ground was fixed. We put in the original alternator that it came in with. You can see it's charging at 13.56. All right, thanks for watching.